I'm still up, but I'm still gonna get this message out, if God's willing. But part two of why marry and why divorce. So now we understand that the man is the maintainer and protector, and that's not in all cases, but we're talking about the perfect ideal. Um, now, um, we must talk about the marriage, the process. You can get married for four reasons. You can get married for family status. You can get married for, that might be the name that you need to get in your family to be in a better situation, financially or um, politically or whatever. Well, that's for one purpose of getting married. Another purpose of getting married is for beauty. Someone just may make you feel so good. They look so good to you. Um, um, Financial status, it's because of money, maybe because of money. Wealth, beauty, status of a family, name or whatever, and religion. Religion means faith, meaning marrying based off of an ideal that you guys are marrying based off of this wonderful book. Well, for all four of those purposes, it's okay to get married for any one of those to be successful. However, all of those have to be based on one of those selection and options. Um, Beauty, family status, wealth, beauty, but faith. They all need faith. Even if you was to get married for wealth, you know, you get married to a millionaire, or they promise to bring you over here from Africa to America. Whatever your purpose is, it must be based off of faith. So faith, the fourth subject or the fourth decision to get married is actually the main purpose. So if you didn't know, now you know. No matter, you do have options. You can get married for wealth, beauty, all those things. But the best thing to get married is for faith. But if you chose to get married for whatever one, of course the faith has to be in there first. You can't marry for beauty and there's no faith. Then that marriage is not successful. Likewise, would you get married for faith alone and no benefit? So there you go. So now we know who's the protector in the marriage and why and what purposes we get married. And, you know, the difference between a man and a woman is night and day. A man has a different job than a woman in living in this beautiful earth. And the quicker you understand the difference between a man and a woman, the sensitivities and the thick-headedness of each of them, you will realize how to be more successful in your relationships. Um, for the woman and man, you must protect your physical, mental, and spiritual health. You got to protect your physical health, you got to protect your spiritual health and your mental health. If spiritual health, if whoever you with don't pray, you must advise them. That this is a must. This is not a joke. This is not something we're going to overlook. This is not a fault we're going to overlook. If you don't pray, if you don't praise your Lord, if you don't worship something greater than ourselves, something beyond this creation, out of this world, if you don't have some kind of faith like that, then don't call yourself religious. Don't marry for religious purpose or don't get married in the name of God, because that's the number one sacrifice, is to worship God, the Creator, as the Creator and over everything, more important than anything. Your allegiance to everything, your allegiance over everything. So, if your mate isn't promoting or helping your spiritual case or spiritual health in the relationship, that's a serious situation. I'm not saying just quit, but you have to give them ultimatums. You have to give your spouse a choice to hang themselves. You have to give them a choice. You have to tell them, we gotta do this or we can't do this. Same thing in physical. If he's an alcoholic or she's an alcoholic or a drug addict and they literally killing themselves, you have to set standards. You can't punk out. Same way in mental. And this is a big thing, mental abuse. Some women are sensitive. There's a difference between being a woman and being sensitive. Not getting what you want and being hurt by a man because of his insensitivity. That's a difference than when someone is mentally abusing you by provoking you to have breakdowns and lying and cheating to you and making you have these breakdowns. So, to each his own. Everybody has their own degree of strength and ability, but most women are sensitive like that, and you must acknowledge this in your relationship and stand up for yourself, because you got to protect you first before you could protect your family. And so that's a reason to get away from that person who's trying to kill you mentally. He may not touch you, he may love you physically, spiritually he may be a good person, but mentally he's destroying you. And, that's an oxymoron. That's really not how it go down. If you're spiritually correct, more than likely you're going to be mentally correct and physically. But there's some people they physically destroy themselves and they'll destroy you with them. You'll have a house and this and that, a car, and the next thing you know, you on crack somewhere, all messed up, because this individual done brung you down to his level. We see that a lot. So you got to stand up in these cases. So the moral of the story is, if it's going to kill you physically, spiritually, or mentally, that's a reason for the divorce. And it's perfectly legal by God. But if it's not destroying you, it's just a test, just something to get you through to the next test, or something that's going to make you cry or feel a little certain way. And the only thing, apology can fix those things, and you can work on them together as a team. There's no reason to be selfish and break up. A lot of people want to be selfish, have no longevity. You only hurt yourself when you don't finish your mission of life. So to sum everything up in this video, if you made a commitment, stick with it. Unless it's for your health, physically, mentally, or spiritually. And be patient.